Hi, my name's Ethan, and I'm interviewing Mr. Guerrero about the novel of The Great Gatsby. Question 1. What is your perspective on the kind of wealth that is in The Great Gatsby? What would you have done differently if you had the kind of money that Tom and Gatsby had?
Good question. So the first part of that question, what is my perspective on the kind of wealth that is in The Great Gatsby? I guess my perspective is I'm somewhat critical to the wealth that they had in that particular part of the novel. In the 1920s, the Roaring Twenties, it was post World War I, so everyone was kind of just excited about living life, and so wealth, I think, in the novel represents also not only money, but also represents excess. So like the wealth, and it's also like the extra, like alcohol, like the drugs, the partying, it was all that. And so my perspective on that is just, it was a commentary. I think F. Scott Fitzgerald is commenting on society's lack of interest in like just like problems. They just wanted to focus on good times.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I think about that. Regarding the second part, if I had that kind of money, honestly, I don't know. I think probably do the same. To be honest, I think because it was a tough time, and like I said, no one knew the Great Depression was coming. And so it was like everyone just thought things were great. So
Yeah.
I would probably have fallen into the same, I guess, trap, you could say.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Fausto. At Gatsby's parties, many people attend uninvited and get extremely drunk. What are your views on heavy drinking?
Honestly, I was never really into it, to be honest. I never really got into heavy drinking. Just because, like, I personally, like, I had a lot of friends that, got drunk and like to drink to get drunk. I've never liked to feel out of control. So, like, besides hangovers and besides, like, what it does to your body, like, it wrecks your, internal body, I never liked to be out of control. Even if I knew that I wasn't going to drive or anything, even if I was, like, because I never drink and drive, but, like, even if I had a setup where I knew that someone was going to drive, I still always want to be somewhat in control, just for, because I'm weird like that, for any reason, in case something happens.
Question 2. Mr. Gatsby is in love with Daisy, and he would give up his whole life for her, even if it meant to give up his money and change his whole life. Do you think someone should change their life for a girl, or should they stay the same?
Good question. I guess it depends. It depends on what you mean by changing their life. Like, we all change. In reality, it's a relationship thing is that you really can't change someone. People say, like, if you get with someone, if you start dating someone and you have this idea, and like in a year they're going to be a different person. The reality is that they probably won't be. So as for changing for a person, I would think that maybe, making some priorities, like prioritizing things differently. Like if I'm with someone and I've committed my life to someone, then I would prioritize things differently. Think about them, think about the time that we have, like rather than, just thinking of them like last. Like I do all my stuff and then I'm gonna go with my significant other. I think that changing for a person is a kind of a big general term, but I think maybe like modifying your life, maybe prioritizing your life, right? To include them into your life, because that's the whole point of being with someone, is to share your life. So regarding like in this perspective, like change my whole life, probably not, but prioritizing and making some changes so that it's like a balance, and
Yeah, to have the relationship more, I guess, how you said, balance, and to have a better relationship, you would have to adjust to the person, your partner.
Totally. Like in life, people sometimes they don't like everything you like, and that's sometimes good because it gives you a little bit of a different perspective. But at the same time, if you can't change someone, and at the same time, you really can't change who we are. If by the time you're like 14, your personality is pretty much set. But like I said, you can make some changes so that you have a better relationship.
Nice.
In the novel The Great Gatsby, there's a lot of wealth and materialism. Do you believe it's okay to be materialistic? Yes or no?
I think we all have some forms of materialism, or we are a little bit materialistic. In the U.S., we're kind of graded or like kind of evaluated by what we have. Nice car, nice house, etc. So in a way, I don't know if we can be completely not be materialistic, but I think when it overcomes you and that's all you care about, obviously that's a problem. So no, I don't think it's okay per se to be materialistic in the sense that that's all you care about. That's my opinion. I think when it spills over into where the human being is not important anymore, it's just like money or like a product.
Yeah.
That's what's a problem. Yeah.
Well then, what's your favorite clothing brand?
My favorite clothing brand, I'll be honest with you, is probably going to be whatever's on sale. So like, and if it's made in the U.S., I've been trying to buy clothes that are made in the U.S. So I don't know. I used to have most of my favorite clothing brands were either like they used to be like surf companies like Vans and like Hurley and stuff, but I don't really have a favorite brand anymore. Just as long as it's on sale. Yeah. Thank you.
Question 3. In The Great Gatsby, there is a character named Tom, who is a man that cheats on his wife to go with his friend's wife, and he does it with such a straight face and with no hesitation. What is your opinion on cheating? Would you ever do such a thing to someone that you consider a friend?
My opinion on cheating. Yeah, I think infidelity is a big problem in general. I think people probably don't get into relationships for the right reasons, and that's what causes infidelity. Like I said earlier about changing people and stuff like that. So I mean, my personal opinion on it, I think it's wrong, and it's wrong for primarily for the number one reason that there's a level of trust that you kind of expect, and trust is like the love that your mom has. It's like you expect it to be forever, right? You expect it to be like not like can't change. So when you go into a relationship with someone and you have that kind of trust, I mean that's like real trust. There's a huge like injustice or like a really bad thing that happens when you break that trust. So that's my opinion of it. I think it's bad for that reason. But specifically, I mean in general, being with more than one person creates a bunch of problems for everybody. So no, I don't think that's a good thing.